This is a heartbreaking situation and illustrates what a brutal toll that COVID-19 can take on our most vulnerable populations. Unfortunately, this will not be the last outbreak of this kind.
The coronavirus strikes a central Indiana nursing home, resulting in nearly a dozen deaths. That breaking development as state leaders officially extend Indiana's stay-at-home order. Good evening, everyone. State Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Box saying tonight the situation in Madison County, one of her worst fears coming true. We'll get to that in just a moment. First, though, once again, we're keeping watch on the White House. The coronavirus task force is set to give its daily briefing any moment now. We'll take you there live. Until then, we've got team coverage for you this evening. Want to get straight to News 8's Julia Dang in Madison County. Julia, what have you learned about the situation there?
Well, Phil, this is not the first we're hearing of that facility here in Madison County, Bethany Point. We learned today state health officials have actually been working with them since late March. And as of this afternoon, like Dr. Chris Bunks just said, heartbreaking, 11 Bethany Point residents have now died as a result of COVID-19. Now, that figure does include 2 deaths that happened this past weekend. On Friday, 20 of their residents had been in isolation. And keep in mind, those numbers only reflect residents. In addition, 3 Bethany Point employees are currently hospitalized, 2 of them in critical condition. The state is now facilitating the transfer of asymptomatic residents from the part of the facility where the outbreak appears to be concentrated. Now, just yesterday, all Bethany Point residents were tested for COVID-19. Confirmed cases, even asymptomatic patients, will remain quarantined and they will not be transferred. Health officials say they are aware of at least 1 other nursing home where there are multiple confirmed cases of COVID-19. They say that other facility is southwest of Indianapolis. They did not identify it by name and didn't share how many confirmed cases there are today. We'll continue bringing you live updates on this developing situation here in Madison County. Reporting live, Julia Dang, Wish TV and wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
All right, Julia, thank you very much. The governor today signing an executive order officially extending that stay-at-home order for another 2 weeks until April 20th. The order also better defines which essential businesses can stay open. Retailers that provide necessities like food or medicine can stay open and allow people inside. Retailers that don't provide necessities like florists, bookstores, and craft stores can stay open, but the inside of the store must stay closed to customers. They can provide online ordering or curbside pickup. The governor was also asked about churches, and he referenced the vice president recommending people not assemble.
As tough as this week, and there are other weeks, very religiously speaking, important weeks for other faiths throughout the year, this disease does not care. This disease will prey on the vulnerable. This disease will prey on large gatherings. We have it within us to prevent that.
Well, the governor did point out that a number of church leaders that are taking their sermons online. Meanwhile, the State Department of Health now confirms 536 new Hoosier cases. That brings the total just shy of 5,000 cases. 12 more Hoosier deaths were also reported, making for 139 total deaths. We've also been following the story of a woman battling the virus in Johnson County. And tonight, we've learned that she's back home after a second visit to the ER. News 8's Sierra Hignite brings us that update.
When we talked to Amanda Wood last week, she had gotten a second wave of symptoms, but thought she was in the home stretch on her way to recovery. But over the weekend, her condition took a nosedive, landing her back in the ER. And now she's left wondering when or if her life will ever get back to normal. Amanda Wood is looking much different since our last check-in. She now has to wear an oxygen tank to keep herself at a safe level 24/7. She's been dealing with coronavirus symptoms for nearly a month now. Wood had to be rushed back to the hospital over the weekend. She felt like she couldn't breathe and checked her oxygen levels. She was reading around a 78. Anything under 90 for a COVID patient is dangerous. While at the hospital, she did receive good news. Her COVID pneumonia is clearing up and her X-ray and CT scans are improving. But Her respiratory therapist also told her there is a chance that she may have permanent damage from the coronavirus.
Well, this means that I can't live as long, you know. It's just, there's so many questions I have now.
While she continues to fight off the virus, she can't help but feel discouraged when looking towards the future, wondering if she will ever get back to what she knows as normal. Right now, Wood has to be on oxygen 24/7, likely for the next 4 weeks. Then her doctors say they will reevaluate her condition. Reporting, I'm Sierra Hignite, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Sierra, thank you. Breaking in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been moved into intensive care with symptoms from the coronavirus. Johnson's office says he's conscious, not using a ventilator at the moment, but his office said that Johnson's condition worsened this afternoon. Johnson was first admitted to a London hospital yesterday, 10 days after first being diagnosed with COVID-19. Well, right now, Indianapolis Public Schools is making sure that families stay fed. To do that, the district changed up its meal program. News 8's David Williams brings us that part of our team coverage.
We got muffins, we got cereal.
All of this free food means a lot to Melvin Winston and his 5 children.
This is dinner on the table right here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
His fiance was laid off because of the coronavirus pandemic.
It's a blessing, because without this, I mean, we probably wouldn't have nothing to eat, not too much to eat anyway.
That's exactly why IPS added dinner to their food distribution plan starting today. Any child 18 or younger, whether or not they are IPS students, can get free pre-packed meals on Mondays and Wednesdays.
It's helping me a lot because I don't have to worry about breakfast and lunch. I can just mostly focus on dinner.
IPS tells me here at the Charles Fairbanks School, they serve these pre-packed meals to an average of 300 children a day. These meals are served in the parking lots of 14 IPS schools and 2 apartment complexes. On Monday, students get enough food to cover 3 meals a day for 2 days. Wednesdays, you'll get enough food to cover 3 meals a day for 3 more days. It's all to make sure students like Winston's have enough real healthy meals for the weekdays, since all Indiana K-12 schools are closed as Indiana battles the pandemic.
This is a blessing, I'm sure, to me and a lot of other families.
There are more IPS distributions like this one planned. We'll tell you locations and times on our website. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm David Williams, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
David, thank you very much. Indiana's teachers won't get to see their students in the classroom again this school year. News 8's Leah Hodges, though, tells us how they're coping while also showing students they care.
Lately, teachers have been making themselves visible to families beyond virtual learning by doing everything they can to still keep a smile on their students' faces.
Thank you!
You're looking at a group of teachers from Lakeside Elementary paying a visit to their students, but it wasn't the average get-together. They got behind the wheel and drove around just to say hello on Sunday afternoon. This small gesture helped both students and teachers deal with the new normal of learning from home. Many educators say they were blindsided by the announcement of all schools to remain closed for the remainder of the academic year. And it has not been easy for some families who don't have internet access. Other challenges include teachers who are teaching virtual learning for the first time.
But in kindergarten, that relationship between a teacher and a kindergartner for their first year in school is so critical. And, you know, it's such a loving and nurturing environment, and they're not getting all of that.
Like, I just want to hug them one more time. Like, at the end of the summer, you know that they're going to 4th grade and that they're going to have a different teacher, and you have that closure where you know it's coming.
Teachers are letting students know they're not alone and will always keep an open line of communication during these tough times. Each school district has created their own academic schedule for students to follow, but one thing that remains the same is that all districts will continue virtual learning through the end of the school year. Reporting in Marion County, I'm Leah Hodges, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Leah, thank you very much. We now know the toll that this virus outbreak has had on so many families here in Central India, and that's why we're proud and honored to launch Hoosiers Helping Hoosiers. We're helping raise money for the men and women who have lost their jobs working in restaurants and bars across the area. 88,000 people work in hospitality jobs just in Marion County alone. Well, this Thursday, we're joining forces with the Indiana Restaurant and Lodging Association for an all-day event, an effort to raise money for struggling families. You'll be able to donate as well as Bid on items donated by the Colts, the Pacers, and Indy 11. It happens all day Thursday here at Wish TV. You can find more details right now on wishtv.com and on our Wish TV Facebook page.